Good Black Friday afternoon, everybody. This is Chuck Schultz again with Michigan Sawmill Sales and Patriot Builders PFC. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and all the Force family fun was just great. Um, we had a good Thanksgiving. Today's Black Friday. Um, I hope everybody's being safe out there. I know the Black Fridays isn't like the Black Fridays of the past where people are kicking doors down and everything like that, but usually on a Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, I'm usually at my shop, taking care of a few business things, kind of putzing around. Typically, my company has the weekend off, and it gives me that time to reflect and be thankful for what I have, and which is, to me, what the Thanksgiving is all about. I believe that's the way you truly find your wealth in life, even when you don't think you have any. I think if you really focus on what you do have, in my case, it's, you know, my family, my wife, my kids, um, my friends, my business relationships. I'm thankful for all of them. Um, that's stuff that money can't buy. You know, there's no Black Friday deal on that stuff. And under the hustle and bustle of people trying to get gifts for everybody for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, this is the time where businesses, they're trying to put their balance sheets in the black, and people are trying to get good deals to give gifts to people for Christmas, and and in returns probably get gifts back, and I don't know, it's supposed to make everybody feel good, but usually I found in the past it puts a lot of stress on people, especially when you don't have a lot. Um, to pay to buy stuff, to give people stuff, to make yourself feel good, I guess. um, so reflect on what you have every year. I do it every year. Take a lot of time to think about my businesses, what they've been through. I've had some losses, but man, I had some wins too, and you got to go through those losses to get those wins. You got to fall forward every time. Every time you fall, you got to fall forward, and focus on everything that you've got already. And I think that will fuel the fire and the drive to get what you want or need in the future. And in that time frame, there were times where I was down and out. There is a video I posted a couple years ago on Black Friday. The title of the video, if you can look through my video list on my YouTube channel, Does Santa Claus Exist? If you've got a minute to stomach through my horrible videography, watch that video. I tell kind of a humbling story that I don't tell people. It's about when I was helped myself, when I was down and out back in the Michigan, the Great Recession hit before it really hit. And, it hit us 06, 07 in this state, and it trickled around. And the next thing you know, there was a big financial collapse last quarter of 2008. Um, so I tell a little bit of a story about how I was helped. I truly believe somebody paid it forward somehow, and somehow, out of the grace of God, I was blessed with their pay it forward gift. And boy, I tell you what, it really changed my life. Um, I didn't need it to survive, but I needed it for what was in here. I was running pretty low on the tank of gas of my perseverance and drive to survive and to be profitable in business. I mean, there was no profits for a while. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. I have, I'm telling that story. I have friends that lost everything, lost their businesses, lost their houses. Some of them struggled and survived. Some of them did well. But a lot of them, a lot of people I knew were hurting, and I was one of them. And I wasn't, there was many people hurt more than me. But somehow somebody saw some worth in to help my family out. It was modest, but it changed my life. And I think it changed my life for the better, to where I knew I was going to continue to give it back. And I think we need to reflect on that. So when we reflect on what we have for Thanksgiving, and we're thankful for what we already have, we see our true intrinsic net worth not on a balance sheet, not on a bank statement, but what you have in your family, friends, even if it's just a few people or a lot of people. Um, and it could be your finances too. Who knows? Maybe you got a ton of it. Um, but you really cleanse your soul a little bit, and it gives you drive to improve yourself. Um, it, it's so much value added to reflect on that and never forget where you came from. Um, so on Black Friday, I always do my thing. I was able to start returning and pay forward what was given to me 17 years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago. And I've increased it over the last couple of years. Um, and I'm hoping that this thing hits an anonymous family the way it hit mine, change them, help them. Um, and ultimately, yeah, there's a little bit of greed in there because I get something out of it. I get energy from my soul to keep pressing on and to keep innovating as much as I can, and to change and to keep evolving in business. And the big balance of life and business is tough. Um, and some people need a helpful push. And when you get a second, when you're looking at and valuing what you already have uh, this weekend, starting into the Christmas season, the holiday season, all the way into the new year, think about how you can pay it forward to somebody, because you never know. You really never know when somebody is on their last straw, and they're honest people, and they're trying everything they can. I was losing faith in humanity. I was losing faith in the whole entire Christmas thing, because of commercialism, and I didn't have what some people had to be able to give their kids and stuff. I was able to barely keep a roof over their head and everything like that. I didn't need anything, but just to know that people are out there that give a shit. If you get a second, if you give them, it doesn't have to be money. Um, Help somebody with a gift of money. That's great, but don't put financial burden on yourself doing it, because without you doing good, you can't help somebody else do good. But you sometimes can give them the gift of time, which I think is more valuable than any dollar you can spend. All of us only have so much time, and we don't know how much we have. So we can always make a few more bucks, but we can't make a few more minutes of time, a couple of years of time. We can't make up time. So just know that if you do a good deed for somebody and you're donating your time for something, donating your money, whatever you can do, maybe you're giving them, maybe you notice somebody having a real shitty day and you find a way to compliment them, to uplift them, to keep them going forward. You never know when they can only take so many more straws. You never know when you can give them another burst of energy. And that is, I think, the biggest thing, to where even though you do something, no matter how big or small, you're going to get that burst of energy within yourself, within your soul, to be able to provide more for others. So take a minute, reflect on what you have for Thanksgiving and this weekend, and not just rush to the stores for Black Friday deals and try to load your Christmas tree up with gifts, because that ain't what this shit's about. It's about unconditional love. And there are people out there that need just a little push, or maybe you get out there and donate your time, and that's probably the most valuable gift anybody can give, is a little bit of time. But if you see somebody in need like that, give them a help. If you're trying to do something anonymously, I do it every year with the fire department now. I hope to be able to keep it a tradition for the rest of my life. I want to help with a small little gesture that somebody really needs, because I didn't ask for anything when it happened to me. I didn't tell anybody I needed this or I needed that. It was almost like It was almost like a divine gift, and it wasn't much, but it was enough to just bring joy to my family that year. And it wasn't about giving them gifts, it was about easing the burden of stress. And it doesn't matter where the damn stress comes from. Um, Stress is stress. And it allowed me to relax for a couple of days and enjoy that moment. And now I'm thankful as all thankful to be able to give multiple moments back to whoever it may be, whoever that fire department blesses. Um, so again, everybody from my family, Schultz's and the Beauchamps, uh, Patriot Builders, Michigan Sawmill Sales, have a great holiday season. Have a very Merry Christmas. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Look for some more videos to come. And if you get a chance, check out that video from a couple years ago. And it kind of tells my story of what happened to me. It's called, if you go through my video list, it's Does Santa Exist? I know the Christmas spirit exists still. So, happy holidays, and until next time, we'll see you later. Thank you.